Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Go. In today's episode, we are in Royal Palm Beach in Commons Park. We are on the other side of Commons Park, over by the Golfs area, the less populated part. And frankly, I didn't know this existed until like one of my Road to 40 videos. I discovered that this part existed. So yeah, I'm over here. And today we're talking about Furfrou and how it's low-key gonna change the game as we know it. Now, with that being said, I'm in a Furfrou raid because I'm in the part of the research where we're doing win a raid in under 60 seconds. So we're gonna do this. I have my level 40 Lucario leading off here. 4 people in this raid. This is like a remote raid from Michigan. Thank you, Fireside Ord. Subscriber, thank you so much. Shout outs. If I got your name wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm going off the dome. Pretty sure it's Fireside Ord. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah. Anyways. Yeah, there we go. Fireside Ord. Very cool, very cool. Win a raid in under 60 seconds. Let's freaking go. Bonus challenge. Can't be shiny or anything, but Furfrou is gonna change the game. And this is what I mean, okay? Furfrou added form change to the game. And it's been hinted in the research, which I finally finished, like, the research from like 2 weeks ago for Hoopa, where form change was like first hinted at for Hoopa. So if we see here now, right, change form right underneath power up. This is 10,000 for and 25 candies. So we see that it's going to be less than what a second move would be. Furfrou is looking like a basic 10. Oh, from Indiana, not Michigan. My bad. We're looking at 75,000 dust, 75 candies for a second move, but only 10,000 dust and 25 candies to change form. So that means, first of all, that changing forms is going to be more accessible. Second of all, changing forms looks kind of dope. We're going to get our first one. I know one of these is an American exclusive. I don't know which one though. I don't think it's a Matrone. It might be Debutante, because like that seems kind of like American South, like Southern Belle, Debutante. It could be Dandy, but I feel like it's the Debutante one. So I'm going to go ahead and change form. We're going to see it. We're going to do our first ever change form. Boom. Oh. Furfrou. Okay. So like nothing changed there, right? The IVs didn't change. That's because between the different forms, there's no change in CP because there's no change in IVs. Sorry, not IVs. The stats. So the attack, defense, all that stuff stays the same. Now, with some Pokemon, that actually changes drastically. So very much like how with the evolved form, or like even in this screen, like if we got another change form where it then changed your stats, say like with Hoopa, going from Hoopa Confined to Hoopa Unbound, which is very cool, by the way. I'll throw up Unbound Hoopa right now. So we get the Hoopa like Unbound form. That's going to change Hoopa's stats. So it will probably be like, hey, are you sure you want to do this? I don't know if I want to spend another 10,000. If I do, I think there was another like secondary, like, are you sure? Yeah. So right here, I think it's gonna like pop up like a little preview screen, just like the evolutions. And I think that's why evolution preview kind of got pushed, because they got the change form into the game, which I'm super excited about because it just changes so many things. So we're gonna be a little, we're gonna walk backwards here because the sun is that way, and I don't want to be behind the sun, editing film things. Anyway, so we got basically something really cool. Because with all other forms until now, we've always had this, you have to go catch all the different forms, right? So like, we'll exit out here. I'm getting another invite? Hello? Okay, well I missed that invite. Whoever invited me, I'm sorry. Some new research. So we do have other Pokemon with other forms, right? And we haven't really seen anything where we could get the other forms besides hunting them in the wild. So we could see eventually maybe some of these things being like reformatted, kind of like how Machamp got the trade bonus, like if you trade a Machoke, then a Machamp is a free evolution, and that was put in after the fact, like years after Machamp was put into the game, obviously. So we could see the cast forms all get a form change button eventually added in, kind of like retroactively. But before, you always had to like go out and hunt the different cast forms. But cast form is all the same Pokemon, just different forms based off of weather. Now, it could be where they have to like add more code in for that because they have to do it by weather if they want to change it like game specifically. Just like how they've added Inkay into the game where you do actually have to turn your phone upside down. So they seem to be like trying to stick with how they do it in the game. So we could see eventually a weather-based form change for cast form. But beyond that, we also have so many other Pokemon that have different forms that haven't come to the game yet. Ooh, it is windy, and I am sorry. So I have a whole bunch of medical things going on right now. Nothing like massive, nothing COVID related, but just like I got swimmer's ear a couple weeks ago. I had to go to an eye, ear, nose, an ENT. I have some dental things I've had to do because I just got dental insurance, so I'm doing some dental things, some ear, nose, throat doctor things, and then I also have just like other just medical randomness. I also recently increased my 401k and other adult things, so more things are getting taken out of my paycheck per month, so I'm getting less money per month, but eventually, anyways, adulting hard, me no like you. But I'm working on getting a new windsock, or not a new one, just in general a windsock for the phone, or for the camera, so that eventually we can go out and not worry about wind. But in the meantime, we have other Pokemon that have different forms. We'll check out little Hoopa here. Hello? Hoopa. So Hoopa will most likely, in one of these new updates, gonna get a retroactive change form added to it, which I'm super excited about as well, because again, Unbound Hoopa gonna be a beast. And it'd be interesting to like see them try and put that in after the fact. Because like, it's just, you'd either have to raid Unbound Hoopa, or you wouldn't be able to get a Hoopa otherwise. Like, I don't see them putting regular Hoopa in the game a lot. I feel like they're gonna put the Unbound Hoopa as a change form. Now, other things that this implies is that there are other Pokemon out there that have form changes that have nothing to do with weather, and are not a mythical or legendary Pokemon. It also deals with Pokemon like Kyogre and Groudon who have primal evolutions, or primal forms, and not a mega evolution. So, very cool. We can change form so that we can get the primal form of Groudon and the primal form of Kyogre, which is super cool. Very excited. But also, there's going to be new Pokemon, such as Aegislash. And Aegislash is probably one of my favorite Pokemon from the Kalos gen. It's even my phone screen background right now. Is very kind of cool. The trio of its evolution line. So very excited for that Pokemon to eventually come. And it has two different forms. It has its shield form and its sword form, which low-key hinted at shield and sword years before they were ever in production. It's crazy. So we have the sword and shield forms, one being very attack weighted and the other one being very defense weighted. So we could see it is a steel ghost typing with good moveset in the game, and we could hopefully see that same like really good moveset in Pokemon Go. Please, dear God, give it Shadow Claw. Don't give it Astonish. Niantic. Anyways, we could see a raid form of Aegislash being super good in raids, being a very glass cannon, like Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, kind of like top tier ghost attacker in raids. And then we could see its defense form being a top tier like bulky defensive Pokemon in Pokemon Go Battle League, which would be super cool again. And then you don't need like two like different ones. You would just be able to change in between the two, say for Master League, because this is like your rating one. Like say you get 100% Aegislash and you get it to level 40. Forget level 50 right now. You max out to level 40, right? And for that, you then get this like, like I either have to use it for raids or I have to use it for PvP. But now you can get one and just change in between. For raiding, just attack form change to the short sword form, and then for PvP you just change it over to defense form and use it as a safe switch for Go Battle League, which is super cool. And then other Pokemon that are already in the game actually are Darmanitan. And this is a huge one because Darmanitan's Zen form is a very bulky Pokemon. So again, more for PvP, but also for a long-lasting, like kind of sixth man in your raid squad. You can have a Fire Psychic form of Darmanitan, and like I have a 96 Darmanitan level 40, and the Ice form level 40 as well. The Ice form Zen mode for Darmanitan, Galarian Darmanitan, is actually an Ice and Fire type, which is kind of dope. So we could see that being like, instead of being a glass cannon, your first Pokemon that you use in a raid, to just kind of like get in some charge moves before the raid boss gets a charge move. You can use it as your sixth Pokemon, where your sixth Pokemon is usually supposed to be like a kind of defensive Pokemon so that you don't accidentally get like kicked out of the raid, which is what I've always done and I suggest other people to do. Is like if you're worried about not making it in like for your raid, that sixth Pokemon, just have it be something bulky, still using super effective damage, but something bulky. So like not a Blissey, something effective. So like a Zen form Darmanitan would be a super good Pokemon, especially because like if you're doing a lot of raids, you might already have one of these at level 40 or at level 50 if you're just ridiculous. But Darmanitan is definitely a Pokemon that's worthy of a level 50 max out. And if you can just change forms in between, and it's only going to be like, this one's a 50k for a second move. So we could see it either also be 10k or maybe even be less because it's going to be used more. We could see like I don't know, 8,000 and like 20 candies, or like even if it's still like 10,025, that's still not bad compared to like a second move cost. So all in all, I think Furfrou just changed Pokemon Go so much, and I don't think people are talking about it enough because low-key, game-changing. Also, can we just talk about how like Furfrou is just super cool? Like Furfrou, like just look at that Furfrou. Like you go from this just like spiky good boy puppy to look at that, oh debutante. Let's go. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Basically just we're out here, we're chilling. videos are gonna either be again like one a week, or hopefully I can get back into posting more than one a week, but I'm gonna try and keep it at least one a week. Find someday. This past week has just kind of been nuts, these past couple weeks with medical things, but most of that is behind me, so hopefully get back into some normalcy. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode. If you did like it, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. If you're enjoying the series, please subscribe. And as always, God bless, and see you for another episode of Pokemon Go.